5 p.m. and you are tuned in to District Spotlight. I am Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision, and we have an incredibly special show today because one of the legends in classic hip-hop will be our guest today. A.G. Andre the Giant will be phoning in all the way from Japan to be with us today on air, and we will be asking him about everything Showbiz and A.G, everything DITC, and about, what he's up to these days. But before that, we're going to get into a brand new segment we have called Today in Hip Hop. So today in Hip Hop, I want to let you know a little bit about what's going on specifically in the moment. And this moment, Spotify has decided to remove R. Kelly and XXXTentacion. I'm sure that's exactly how you pronounce it. Secondly, Childish Gambino basically broke the internet with This Is America. If you have not seen the video, then I'm absolutely shocked you're even watching this show. So if you're that one person who's watching this show and hasn't seen the video, please go see that. It's incredible and will maybe change your life. Hey, Swiss Beats will give you $5,000 to put on an art show. That's right, I said it, it's true. Google it, find it, apply for it, and get it. That's how we roll. Guess what? One of my favorite movies of all time, it's hip-hop because Will Smith is in it, Bad Boys 3 will finally be coming out January 2019. So get ready for Bad Boys, what you gonna do? And lastly, in hip-hop today in hip-hop, the SEC is suing Tidal for tampering with their stream numbers. I'm not going to say one of those I told you so's, but, that's probably why, Jay-Z and company decided to set it up for themselves so that they can own and control that type of thing. So, long story short, hopefully that will come down in Jay-Z's favor, and hopefully there was no tampering because I think what he's done there is something great, and we love Jay-Z. Anyways, we're going to go to a break. During this break, it's going to be a video of digging in the crates, literally digging in the crates. In Tokyo, Japan, this is an open-air vinyl market that is probably one of a zillion reasons why A.G., Andre the Giant, has chosen to now live there, okay? So I'm going to get him on the horn here and check out this incredible way that folks are digging for vinyl in Japan. Hey everybody, thank you so much. Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision, and with me on the phone all the way from Japan, 13 hours ahead, is the number one and only A.G. Andre the Giant. How are you, sir? How are you, A.G.?
Yo, peace and blessings, man. I'm great, yo. Can't complain.
Thank you so much for taking this interview at literally 3 a.m. in Japan. We really appreciate you staying up this late or waking up this late. And our viewers who were tuned in were actually watching a video of an open-air vinyl record mart there in Tokyo that looked absolutely incredible. And anyone who is in the Digging in the Crates crew can easily see why Japan would be a good place for you to move. But in your words, tell us what brought you over there.
Well, first, it's 6 a.m., so it's not that bad.
Oh, 6 a.m. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That's even worse or better, depending on how you live your life.
Yeah, that's a fact. But Basically, I have a daughter here in Japan. Her name is Bronx. She's 2 years old, so I've been here for 3 years. And basically, I'm here. The school system is a lot more better here, in my opinion. So we decided, she would go to school in Japan. So instead of bringing her to America right now, I just came over here with her, and maybe later in life we'll move to America.
And do you speak any Japanese?
I speak enough to communicate with her because she speaks Japanese and English and Chinese.
Wow. And have you started rhyming in Japanese yet?
No, I haven't. That would be a test for me right there.
I
It's
think
a very hard language,
I could only imagine. First of all, in English, you're a legend, and we want to thank you so much for being with us because, getting right into things, you guys released an album in 26 years ago.
Wow.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel old, but Soul
No,
Clap.
no, that's good for me.
Well, the Soul Clap EP changed lives, and I'm not just trying to be nice. I am one of those lives. Can,
Oh man, I
yeah, I mean,
appreciate it, and
tell me
it changed
first.
my life too.
Yeah, well, I could only imagine. Tell me how you met Showbiz.
Well, Showbiz actually I met through Law Finesse, uh, and at the very first session in Brooklyn at Firehouse Studios, uh, where DJ Premier was actually the engineer. Showbiz was producing a beat, and I rhymed on that beat on Finesse's album. I rhymed on two joints on Lil Finesse's Funky Technician album. One was back to back rhyming, and one was Keep It Flowing. And I met Showbiz there, and we decided to make some music together. But it was like a perfect match, and we've been rocking ever since.
Was he an engineer at Firehouse or a producer at Firehouse?
No, we were friends with Lil Finesse.
Gotcha. So Lord Finesse seems to be, and especially the Funky Technician album, was kind of the world's introduction to Showbiz and A.G. But later on, you guys gave birth to arguably, one of the greatest rappers of all time. Big L got his debut on your guys' album.
Yeah, no doubt. Lil Finesse discovered Big L in a record store in Harlem. Rocked with him ever since. Introduced him to Show and Finesse uh, collectively put Big L out. And yeah, on Runaway Slave, on Represent, Big L definitely showed the world what he was about to do.
And what was your relationship like with Big L?
We were real cool, real close, real competitive. We used to play basketball. We used to argue about Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and Granddaddy IU, and he was just a fun character. And he was real dynamic. He had many sides to him. But we know the number one side was the bars. Like he was really, really aggressive, real energetic. What I mean, he brought a lot of life to the crew.
Do you have any anecdotes about Big L and his time, in DITC that people might not know about him? Any stories about working with him in the studio?
Um, just consistency. What I mean, he always came aimed to do the best on a song. That was his thing. Like you could tell, and he was always focused. He had his own vision, but mainly his aim was to stand out, and I think he accomplished that.
Why the title "Runaway Slave"? I remember picking up that record back in the day, and as a Jew from Brooklyn myself, that title wasn't a deterrent, but yet was curious to me in terms of where it came from. So now I got a chance, 26 years later, to ask the guy who made it, why that title?
Showbiz and myself grow up in a real rough and ruthless neighborhood. He's from Forest Projects. I'm from Patterson Projects, literally like 20 blocks apart. But the things that were we were growing up around and in the middle of what were easily a distraction, easily negative things that we could play a part of. But it's a mental choice as far as, getting involved with negativity or doing something positive. And when you do something that other people program you to do, it makes you a slave. A lot of people thought we were talking physically. We were really talking about mentally. It could have been easy for us to go another route, but we would have been slaves to somebody else's vision, someone else's programming. So we decided to call it runaway slaves because we were gonna do something to break away from that mental slavery.
I love the way you put that because a lot of people don't realize Gil Scott Heron's "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." We found a really rare clip of him describing the actual meaning of that song, and it turns out that's exactly what he was trying to convey too: is that the revolution will not be televised because it won't be seen; it will be in the minds, and in the hearts of those that are creating movement. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a pure fact. Like um, a lot of what goes on is basically quote unquote premeditated in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? It's something that poverty drives you to. You know what I mean? And your environment. We are products of our environment. So it's easy to see the next man doing a little bit better from doing something negative and following that pattern because we all want to have a good life. We all want to experience certain things in life. And in the neighborhoods we come from, certain people don't even experience, just the luxury of having food on a regular basis. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or having their own bed and
Mm-hmm.
their own clothes. Like a lot of clothes are from your brother, hand me downs and stuff like that. So um, it's easy to fall victim to want these things without really the hard work that it takes to go inside or the dedication, because it's right there in front of you. And a lot of things. Jay Z had a record. I don't know. I forgot. Pussy, which
Oh, you can
basically
say whatever you
really
like,
was
AG. This is not regulated by the
okay.
FCC.
Well,
Curse up a
that
storm,
for
bro.
me, that song really stood out to me because a lot of people do things for acceptance of a girl. Like a lot of dudes. I'm
Mm-hmm.
speaking from a male point of view. Like the girl in your class likes this guy because he has a little better clothes than you. The girls on the block like this guy because he has a nice car or he's getting a lot of attention. And where we come from, it's real limited on the ways you can gain attention or favor within your community, and most of it is really like doing something negative.
Well, um, I think that are you guys in Japan aware of the statements that Kanye made the other day?
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
Yeah, I only just some of the things you're saying. I almost didn't want to ask you about this, but only because one of your most iconic recordings is "Runaway Slave," and because of the things that you just said. What are your thoughts about what Kanye had said?
Um, you know, in today's atmosphere, in today's media, you try to carefully and wisely choose the words you say because it can be spread out and dissected, edited. It can be taken out of context or whatever. But um, just for the ancestors and just just my bloodline, I have to really like. It's not about me. I really have to throw the politically correct and understanding view out the window and just say he was tripping. Like there's really no other way I can really put it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was definitely tripping. Where a lot of people say, or he says himself, he's a free thinker and he doesn't really think about what he says. He just says what he feels. But when you talk about a situation so delicate, I think people deserve the time for him to take the time to really research, delicately state what he's trying to say, Um, I understand, so to speak. I hope I understand what he was trying to say, but nah, I can't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really can't fuck with it. Like, especially as a person who studies history and I indulge in the process of our people from the beginning of time to now. Like, I could say I'm living because I have a choice right now. I could go off the top of this building and jump off right now. Yeah, I have a choice. Yeah, that's like easy to say. I have a choice, but in a realistic point of view, that's not that's not a valid choice. That's not really an option. Like, people don't realize what I just spoke about mental slavery. How many children were born into slaves who didn't know there was another option?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're born into something, you know this as the way it is and the way it's supposed to be.
Right.
So maybe the first couple of million of slaves had an option to not go on those boats or whatever it may be. But once that system was implemented, you're in a land that's not your own. You don't speak the language. You can't read or write. You don't know there's something outside of this plantation. You're trained and conditioned to believe that this man is superior to you wherever you go. Like, I don't know, man. Don't get me wrong, like Maroons and stuff like that, there were people that were never enslaved that lived in mountains and stuff like that. So everybody wasn't a slave. Some people chose the decision he's talking about. Like, nah, I'm not going for this. But overall, in general, over 500 years, you can't say that was a choice. Like, no one chose to get castrated or hung or whipped or, fed to dogs or like it's just crazy to me. Like, the word motherfucker. I'm not sure if anybody knows where that word really comes from, but they put a bag over the son's head and made him have sex with his mother just to produce more kids for the master to work on the plantation. Like, those aren't choices, really. Like, you know what I mean? So I really can't really agree with him. I've seen a couple of his interviews, and I think he's trying to be an honest person, but I just think he's really removed and detached from the situation.
Yeah. We here at Listen Vision agree with everything you just said. On the phone with us now is AG, Andre the Giant, one half of Showbiz and A.G., phoning in all the way from Japan. Where in Japan are you, by the way?
Right now, I'm in Yamaguchi, but we have two places, one in Yamaguchi and one in Tokyo, of course. So right now, I'm like in the mountains. That's where my daughter goes to
Oh
school.
wow,
My daughter's
it must
mother
be
was born
beautiful.
in. It's like totally opposite of what I was born and raised in. And
Right.
at this stage of my life, it's real peaceful, and I welcome it. I'm like
Yeah.
really in a happy place. You know what I mean? I get to think to myself and dwell in my own thoughts with no distractions. Like, no one speaks English. I don't have any friends here, and all of that is just real fun for me.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like an interesting space to be in after all these years of working with folks like, and let me just do a short list: Drez, Diamond D, Lord Finesse, DJ Premier, Rock Raider, Method Man. Um, just a few of the folks that were featured and did production on your guys' albums. Goodfellas being the second album. And in my humble opinion, I thought Goodfellas was every bit as good as Runaway Slave, was in terms of, giving the fan kind of the next sound or the next, iteration of the group. I was always so impressed with that the second album built upon the first. And right now on the screen, our viewers can see the cover. It's of your Next Level single, so it's a picture of that infamous cover there, and everyone's looking at that on screen. But tell us, what do you feel like were the two major differences between those two iconic albums?
Uh, Number one, first and foremost, which you can't help but to notice, show presence on the mic is not on the second album. And number two is the first one is I believe more conceptual, more theme oriented, well structured musically, and the second one is just me trying to show the people that who I am as an MC. You know, first one came out in '92, second one came out in '95. So those 3 years apart, I really wanted to come back and show the people who I am as a lyricist and an MC. And I brought my crew along, Party Artie and D Flow, and show concentrated on being behind the boards on the mic. I mean, on the machine, and I concentrated on being on the mic.
You can definitely hear it in the album that it sounds like a more well-crafted, more thought-out, composition. What was let's see, we have on the first solo one we had beats from, of course, Show, Lord Finesse, Buck Wild, Diamond D, and DJ Premier, and then we had MCs Fat Joe, Diamond D, OC, Guru, KRS-One, and Big Pun. You've worked with a who's who list of hip-hop producers and artists, two of them being Big L and Big Pun, that many people, hold in this real... Aww.
She's waking up. She's actually sleeping in my lap right now.
Oh, that was cute. That sounded cute.
Hey, Mama. You want to say hi? Say hello.
Hello, we're sorry to
Say
wake
Ohio.
you. What is her name?
Say Ohio. Bronx.
Oh, Bronx. Oh, right. You had mentioned that. Gee, I couldn't imagine where you decided to name her that from.
Thank you.
Well, that's adorable. I wish we had a picture to put her on the screen. Tell us a little bit about, also working with Big Pun. What was that like?
That was definitely different. You know what I mean? Like, Big Pun was really on top of his game. His writing style was different. Like, a lot of people don't know he was narcoleptic. So he would be falling asleep in the studio while the beat is playing and shit. So, but when you wake him up, he had his rhyme written. So that was kind of weird to me. Like, subconsciously, he's still writing the rhyme. Like,
wait, so how does that work if somebody falls asleep in the middle of their verse?
I don't know, man. I can't explain it. Like, it's a real unique experience.
So did you guys have to cut him, edit his verses in, like chop, stop and then run it back and wake him up?
No, what I'm saying, like, while the beat is playing and he's writing the song, we're all writing the song. He's going in and out of sleep.
Oh, but what about when he's spitting it? When he's recording, does he fall asleep?
No, not at all. And he's recording his verse sitting down in the chair.
Right. What do you think? Him and Big L both had these.
The final product.
Him and Big L had these incredible fast flows. Did you see any similarities between Big L and Big Pun?
Yeah, definitely. As far as lyrics, bar for bar, and energy, yeah, I do. They have different styles, but still have kind of the same approach.
So we wanted to put something in your ear during this interview, and that thing that we wanted to put in your ear is that your crew member, OC, recently did what's called an NPR Tiny Desk concert here at National Public Radio in Washington, D.C. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah, that joint was dope.
It was dope, right? We thought it was really dope, and we also think that it'd be really dope to have a Showbiz and A.G. Tiny Desk concert. What do you think of that?
No, that would be fire.
So
that would be really dope.
A lot of people don't even realize that in 2009, you put out an album with OC entitled Oasis.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces of work. Period. You know what I mean? I've never really worked with someone and did a collective album like that, and it was really dope because of the way we bounce ideas off each other. There's no structure or pattern. It's just a feel, and we both take pride as being an MC. We both really can tackle different concepts. So I really liked it, and look forward to doing Oasis Part 2 whenever we get a chance to get around to it.
I always thought that Time's Up was lyrically one of the greatest hip-hop songs of all time. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I agree with that. And at the time when that came out, I didn't even know OC. So I'm speaking from a fan, you know.
So, speaking from a fan, if you're, I'm going to send you the link of the show because it's live and then recorded. But on our stage,
That's
on
all.
our set right now, is a very exclusive, I believe, limited edition stamp collection of the entire DITC crew from 2000, the release of that infamous album. Um, okay, yeah, and Davey Fresh is who's here in the studio is going to send you a picture of that. But you are in this
Oh,
stamp.
that's my boy. That's my boy right there.
Yeah, he's in the building here with us, listening to everything
Yeah,
you're
that's my
saying.
boy, man. That's family right there, yo. I know him his whole life.
That's what he said. That's what
Yeah,
he
for
said.
sure.
So,
Yeah.
so you're on this incredible stamp collection that's going to be in our hip hop museum, and I ask one thing of you, and I'm wondering if I can get you to agree to this on air. If we send you this rare stamp sticker promo from the year 2000, would you mind signing it for our hip hop museum?
Absolutely.
Oh, great! Thank you so much to agreeing to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. That would be a pleasure and an honor.
Yeah, Dave Mays couldn't be here with us, but he sends his regards. And in fact, he wanted
That's
me
what's
to,
up.
yeah, he wanted me to talk about something that I just have to ask you about, which is Payday Records, okay,
Uh-huh.
which is
Okay.
the second label that you guys were on, was
No,
also
that's the
home.
first.
The first.
Bes- No, Showbiz Records was, our own joint independently, but as far as putting out the album Runaway Slaves, that was the first label.
Oh, that came out on Payday as well.
Yeah, and the EP.
Oh, okay.
The red label and the tape and vinyl came out on Showbiz Records that we did independently. But when we first signed a record deal, it was with Payday.
And your label mates at Payday were J. Rue, who was on last month, who was Skyping in from Berlin, Jay Z,
Yes, that's a fact.
Jay
Huh?
Z, Mos
Yes.
Def, who was then in a group called UTD, WC and Mad
Yeah.
Circle, DJ Premier, Guru, and from what I understand, Payday just reignited themselves last year with a new single from ASAP Ferg and DJ Premier. So my question
Oh,
is
that's
the world's
crazy.
longest question: what was it like being on Payday Records? What was that experience like?
um, Shout outs to Payday. They were the first guys to see what we were doing and give us a chance and introduce us to the world. They were backed by London Polygram. So I just want to thank all those guys for giving us the opportunity and believing in what we're doing. Uh, yeah, that's what I want to say.
Okay. Well, is there any chance? Is there any unreleased material from Showbiz and A.G. that may someday see the light of day?
From Payday, from the
Well,
years
maybe
down with
not on
Payday.
Payday, but just material of your guys. Do you own any recordings that never made any albums?
Of course, me and Show are always in the studio and always working over the years. And there's a lot of tracks here and there laying around that a lot of people haven't heard. So you never know.
Well, before we let you go here, and I know it's super early in the morning, tell me a little bit about what you're working on these days, because we saw an incredible new music video that was just released by Lord Finesse. Please tell us a little bit about Magical World.
Magical World's a dope song. It's basically just explaining that neighborhood I told you that we weren't trying to be mental slaves to. It's a dope joint produced by the Boss Men, which features Lord Finesse. And it's off my upcoming album, The Taste of Ambrosia, which will be released June 22nd. Pre-orders go on sale May 18th. And it's just one installment of many. Like every week we'll be putting out a new video until the release of the album. So I think it's refreshing. The sound, the feedback I'm getting is tremendous. And it's basically grown man rap with real concepts and real lyrics. You know what I mean? Something that's really not forefronted in today's quote unquote hip hop rap. So I think it's refreshing. I think the people are gonna really love it. I think they're gonna really like the concepts. And it's all hard. Like it's all real quality producers: Alchemist, Diamond D, Lord Finesse, um, The Last Genius. Uh,
Where was it recorded? In
my man,
Japan or here?
I recorded it in the Matrix Studios uh, in the Bronx, and I mixed it in Japan. So it has both fields of of different cultures and different sides of the world.
What have you experienced in terms of hip hop and the music industry in Japan? What has that been like?
Well, Japan is one of our biggest markets before I even came here, so that had to be a must. What I mean, for me, like I came here so many times prior to moving here that I already knew about the way of life and the culture and all of those things and how there's a certain following that supports. Huh? Ohio. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Chotomate. Chotomate. So, I definitely love the hip hop following the culture. Hi, hi. And culture here in Japan, and um, it's definitely different. But the people, a lot of people don't know. A lot of Japanese people don't even speak English. They just understand the music. You think they speak? I've seen a lot of people come here and do shows and be talking in between their records, but have no idea. The crowd has no idea what they're talking about. They just know the record and they know the music and they know the samples and they know the quality and everything in Japan. They really take pride in culture, so they study it. You know what I'm
are
saying?
you
They
able
really
to
study
do
it. So
shows out there on any sort of consistent basis?
yeah, I did like a few tours out here already. You know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
I don't go out. So it's like I'm still coming from America when they hire me. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. Oh
Once
my
they know
goodness.
that you live here, they try to give you a lower price because of the plane fare and the hotel. And oh no, you live here, you good? Nah. So I make sure I'm not overseen. You know what I mean?
Well, it sounds to me like for one of the most classic MCs in the history of hip hop, that you have found your zen. Would I be accurate in saying that?
Nah, you're very accurate. You're very accurate. This is something that I didn't see in my future. This is something that I didn't premeditate, but it's really uh, helped me just be myself, see the America and the world from a different perspective, and really like become more in tune with nature because I'm surrounded by nature where I live. It's like wild animals and shit around my house. I wake up in the bathroom, there's spiders and shit. Like it's really different from being in the Bronx.
Geez, Japanese spiders. I don't know why that sounds super scary to me.
No, I've learned that you don't harm the spiders. They're here to help you,
Oh,
and
right.
they're really
No,
like
yes, of
harmless,
course.
unless it's
Yes.
like unless it's like one of them poisonous spiders from somewhere else. But most of the time, they just leave them alone. Like my daughter will pick it up and move it if it's in the way. Like she's already more in tune to the culture than I am
Oh,
because
wow.
she goes to school from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So it's really like in her.
Wow.
No, no, today is Saturday. No school. Okay.
That's
Yeah, she
beautiful.
won't go to school right now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it sounds like she likes school.
Yeah, she does. Like
School.
if we don't take her to school, she'll get upset.
Oh, that's really sweet.
Yeah, she's still talking about school,
Well,
but she just grasped the concept of Saturday, so she knows
ah.
no Saturday is no school.
Well, listen, we want to thank you so much for your time, and we know how early it is,
Chotomate.
and
Thank you. I'm about to say arigato,
yeah. Well,
but
no,
thank you,
chocolate
man.
or
And
arigato to you. I'm not sure what I'm saying, but
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, chocolate sounds like a
I'm just
delicious drink at Starbucks. Actually, I'll take the
no.
chocolate.
Chotomate means wait. It means wait a minute,
Oh,
and
okay.
arigato means thank you. But I'm just grateful. Hold on. I'm just grateful to be a part of the museum and you guys even keeping me in mind to do the interview and stuff like that.
Absolutely. We'll give Bronx a big kiss for us, and we'll be in contact to make sure that we get all of that memorabilia into the museum for you. And peace and blessings to your family.
Peace and blessings to you, Dave. Stay up. Thank you, guys. And, The Taste of Ambrosia is a good album. If you're a hip-hop fan, if you're a DITC fan, this album is definitely on point.
We'll be in contact to get the album cover to promote that for you and get the link so that we can tell everyone to go out and buy it.
All right, I appreciate it. And anytime you guys, need me on the show or anything as far as that, man, holla.
Awesome. Thanks so much, AG. You have a great day.
All right, peace.
All right, take care.
Sayonara.
Peace. Sayonara. Well, there you have it. One half of Showbiz and A.G. was just our guest for the last 35 minutes, and man, did he have some incredible insights into music and the trajectory of, a professional musician who has actually, monetized his career and toured and learned all sorts of beautiful different things. But we're going to go on to our next section of the show, which is our featured videos. And we have an incredible video that one of our interns, Jack, put together about our events here at Listen Vision. Listen Vision is not just, the mecca of music here in Washington, D.C., but we're also the mecca of fun and entertainment. So Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, you name it, we have all sorts of crazy events going on here at the studio. So I want to show you a quick little 59-second highlight reel of all of the incredible events that happen here weekly. And if you're interested in having your own event here at the studio, give us a call, 202-332-8494. Check it out.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. Listen Vision.
And we're back every Friday at 5, District Spotlight. I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision. And that was an incredible little compilation that our intern Jack put together for all of the events that we do here at the studio. Another thing that you can find here at the studio is one of the most rare collections of hip-hop vinyl in the country. And much of the vinyl is actually autographed by the actual artists. I have been full midlife crisis and going around to shows and the internet and eBay, finding all of the greatest pieces of vinyl and getting them signed so that they can be ultimately displayed here at the Hip Hop Museum in Listen Vision. And our new intern, Aman, was so nice to put this whole thing together, scored to a beat of mine that I remixed from I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. That's probably not the real name of the song. Anyways, take it away, Rare Vinyl at the Hip Hop Museum.
Listen Vision, Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. Listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio.
There you have it. A lot of the rare vinyl that's been autographed here at the Hip Hop Museum at Listen Vision Studios. Listen Vision Studios is 2622 Georgia Avenue, and we've been in business for over 20 years, DC's largest and oldest recording studio. If you're interested in getting some studio time, you can get 20% off online because all of our services are e-commerce and available to schedule and purchase on our website, listenvision.com. You can get 20% off by entering the promo code LVDC, the number 20. So that's LVDC20 for 20% off every single service we offer at listenvision.com. Anyways, we are always talking about the importance of compassion and love. But you know what? When we talk, nobody listens to us. But you know what? When Kendrick Lamar talks, everybody listens. So you know what? Take it away, Kendrick Lamar.
Listen Vision, listen Vision, listen Vision, listen Vision, DC's #1 recording studio. Oh, oh, oh.
It's all a test. It's almost like an experiment, God's experiment. When are we gonna understand that we are put on earth to love? That's all it's about. Everybody want to figure out how complicated life is and break it down. This is what I truly think. War gonna keep going on, frustration gonna keep going on, anger gonna keep going on until we finally go back down to the simplest word.
Listen Vision, listen Vision, listen Vision.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar has an incredible way with words, doesn't he? I think that's what he's known for. Anyways, next week we're going to have some incredible words about love and compassion from Lauryn Hill. That's right, we found an incredible video of Lauryn Hill sounding bizarrely lucid and sane. So we'll remix that. Oh, I forgot to mention, that beat is from the Beat Bar. That's right, we have a Beat Bar. It's like a bar, except instead of alcohol, it's beats. And instead of like wasting your money, you can spend your money, invest your money, $100 at a time into an instrumental track that you can legally use and not, well, you own it. Okay, you do own it. You have the rights to it. It's not, we're going to take the watermarks off, and it's high quality, okay? So you can sit down here at Listen Vision at a beat bar, it's a kiosk, and listen to thousands of original beats that were created by our staff, our engineers and producers in the studio, okay? The Beat Bar from Listen Vision. The last video from the featured video section is from Busta Rhymes. I forgot to ask A.G. if he had ever worked with Busta Rhymes, but I'm not sure if their timing exactly linked up. Well, a little bit. Busta Rhymes went to Westinghouse High School. You know who else went to Westinghouse? Biggie and Jay-Z. That's right. And they roughly all sort of went around the same time. So clearly Westinghouse knows how to turn out skilled rappers. And Busta Rhymes probably thought like, hey, let me go back to my alma mater, you know, and I'll chop it up with the kids. But it accidentally got like mad heated and super awkward, and he accidentally almost choked out one of the students. That's not in this video. Okay? This video is of the portion where he just like battle rapped against them, like without choking anyone. And we put, of course, a beat to it from the Beat Bar, remixed. Here it is, Busta Rhymes battling students at Westinghouse. Take it away.
Listen Vision, listen Vision, listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Oh,
It's flip mode and CBD all over the place. With the lady niggas like you down and blowing more in your face. Oh, fuck your bitch. You go to your wedding. Mess around, I'll beat your ass with 2 sticks. It's like the number 11. Fuck with your current, fuck with your old spouse. Fuck niggas like you up for talking shit in your own house.
listen Vision, listen Vision.
We see you niggas bounce and say one. You ain't even got no kind of line of credit. The hood that you from? Yeah, I keep my dough fat for the niggas. Spot faggots like you everywhere like they keep jack on the niggas.
Listen Vision, listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Oh,
Pretty bitches sprinkle on their Chanel. After we fuck them all in the club, frontin' like the Gucci don't smell. Listen, then they call me Mr. Nice Guy like David Chappelle. How I just pound up your chick and be making a swell. Fuck that, flip mode never fail. How we successfully banish faggots like you till we see you in hell.
Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
And there you have it, Busta Rhymes, battling students and accidentally taking it a bit too far. Westinghouse High School in Brooklyn. So now we're going into real hip-hop news. Real hip-hop news. If my DJ was here, he would be triggering the sample, the real hip-hop, but he's not here. And we want to send a prayers and thoughts and, love out to DJ B-Dub and his family at this time. For a personal matter. So that's why he's not with us this week, but I'm sure he'll be back with us next week. Anyways, in hip-hop news, on May 23rd, the one and only J. brings you the live mixtape at the Kennedy Center with Pastanus of De La Soul, Pharaoh Monch, and Dead Prez. First of all, J. is ridiculous and bizarre in the way he thinks about his mixtapes. It's like a psychological journey into the heart, mind, and soul of whatever artist he's working on. And his latest mixtape has an awesome cover that was illustrated by artist Dan Lish. So go check that out. It's a Outcast-themed mixtape. But on the 23rd, he'll be at the Kennedy Center. On May 10th, that was yesterday. On May 10th, in 1985, the movie Rappin' was debuted, and I knew I forgot to put something on set. We have that movie's vinyl soundtrack autographed by the one and only Ice-T, who starred in the movie with Mario Van Peebles. That's right, all those years ago in 1985, yesterday. On June 1st, we have a video coming up here. June 1st at the Barclays Center, Yo MTV Raps Experience will be there with every single classic MC and rapper that you could possibly think of. So check this video out. It does a lot better of a job telling you all about it. June 1st at the Barclays Center. Take it away.
June 1st, get ready for hip-hop history. It's the Yo MTV Raps 30th Anniversary Experience at Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Come join Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, and Fab Five Freddy as they celebrate the MTV show that changed hip-hop forever. With performances by Big Daddy Kane and the Juice Crew, Das Effects, Eric B. and Rakim, MC Light, EPMD, KRS-One, Flavor Flav, Yo-Yo. I can't name them all. Be sure to go to BarclaysCenter.com for more information and tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
And there you have it. Be there June 1st at the Barclays Center. And Davey Fresh was so nice enough to remind me that A.G. and like a zillion other rappers had these tiny little little cameos in the movie Who's the Man, which had an incredible soundtrack that we're going to be talking about on a later show because we have the vinyl from the D&D project and the D&D All-Stars, the single, which was all featured on that movie. Moving on in real hip-hop news, Blind Wino is featuring the artwork of, our creative director, Andy Katz, who is also one of the greatest artists in the country. He specializes in hip-hop illustrations and now hip-hop digital illustrations. His work will be all on display until May 29th at Blind Wino, and not tomorrow, Saturday, but the following Saturday, we'll try to be doing a reception. So hopefully Davey Fresh and crew and company and everyone and maybe RBI and everyone will be doing from 12 to 5 a reception, not this Saturday, but next Saturday at Blind Wino. Check out a clip that we put together of a time-lapse of Andy doing his incredible art that we scored to a beat. This is a Method Man beat, okay? I'm sorry, not a Method Man beat. It's a Method Man illustration, okay? And it is a beat from the Beat Bar. Jay, are we ready with that? Yes, we're ready to go? Okay, check it out. Andy Katz at Blind Wino. Just this is what it looks like. There we are. Oh, my God. Incredible. Method Man, that was a beat I made 16 years ago. You can purchase it. No one's ever rapped on it, probably because it's a weird tempo. But it's on the beat bar with like a zillion other beats that I and the other producers here at Listen Vision have done. On May 7th, just the other day, Big Daddy Kane was on Law and Order SVU. That's right, Big Daddy Kane on Law and Order SVU. So shout out to all the classic hip hop legends who are now going on to do cool, new, different things like acting. Okay, on May 9th was Ghostface's birthday. That's right, happy birthday, Ghostface. You are a Taurus like I am, and we have the best sign in the world. That's a fact. All right, on June 1st, KRS-One will be at the Baltimore Soundstage. That's right, June 1st here in the DMV, KRS-One, Baltimore Soundstage. Probably one of the greatest live shows in hip-hop. He is KRS-One, not only our spokesman here at Listen Vision, but also one of the greatest live performers. Lastly, no, one more thing. Also on May 7th, 22 years ago, on May 7th, Dr. Octagon was released. Okay? And Dr. Octagon just put out Part 2, Moose Bumps. Moose Bumps, a compilation of horripilation. That's literally what it's called. I'm not making that up. So DJ Qbert, Dan the Automator, and of course Cool Keith, go check out the new Moose Bumps, Dr. Octagon. And very lastly, I would like to send a big prayer and concern and love out to Freeway, who we did a few tracks with. Rockefeller artist and MC Freeway is in need of a kidney transplant. And I want to tell everyone about the importance of donating an organ. Organ donation is not as scary and as crazy as it might sound. Our own Olivia Fox is the recipient of an organ that was donated, a kidney that was donated to her by one of her friends, and she is now living happily and healthily here in Annapolis. And she's one of our broadcasters on the station. So I really want to show this video that we did of when Freeway was here at the studio, and tell anyone that's listening to please consider giving him love and prayers, but also doing something and maybe considering donating a kidney. Shout out and love and prayers to you, Freeway. This one's for you.
Okay. Free. I'm here. From Philly to DMV, we keep freaks in the front row. Truck full of that blunt smoke, this freezer and gusto. Beef, I'm on your ass, I pull up fast and bust slow. Send me with the ladder, carry fireman cargo. About to make it rain, tell them bitches where they fall goes. They can set the bar high and all I do is ball girl. Talented, I made it out the ghetto, giving y'all hope. Rap star, but I still send folks to all folks. She tryna play ball, cause I heard she suck balls. Came by myself, but I'm sliding off with tall folks. She swallowed dick well, I call her Jawbo. Niggas plotted on me, tried to rob me, but that shit fell. From here on out, I air y'all out like a ceiling fan. Fuck giving fair ones out. Bumpers Cypress Hill, how I can just kill a man and Listen Vision with my handgun out. Yeah, y'all, it's none other than the bearded wonder himself. Philadelphia Freeway, up in the booth at Listen Vision. DC's #1 recording studio, located at the entrance of Howard University. Okay. Free. ListenVisionLive.com. Radio you can watch. Earl.
It's so real, like, to the doctor, yo, clears no vitals, we all, it's something that everybody in this building is addicted to. It can be something good, it can be something up, something you want to keep in the closet, but it's something that every one of us is addicted to.
DC to Philly, Earl, and Philly all the way back to DC. Prices for raw vices like priceless. If you make the wrong choice, that'll be it for you. My uncle smoked crack and I sold crack, and yeah, y'all, it's your boy Philly Freeway. I just want to give a shout out to my man Jay Vega behind the camera, holding it down for us. Team Early in the building. Broken Ankles is out now. Download it at thatpiff.com. You know what time it is. I'm in DC at DC's #1 recording studio, Listen Vision. We in the building early.
That's right. It's the hip-hop unboxing. The hip-hop unboxing. Here we go. Attention, everyone. Hip-hop unboxing starts now. I forgot to tell you guys to give me a beat in the background. When you get a chance, please give me a beat. Okay, thank you, guys. All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Beat in the background. And we are going to start off. We're going to start off. I always try to start off with the sneakers only because then we can put them there and they just kind of sit there for the rest of the unboxing. So I think I know what these are. I'm not 100. Nope. Yep, I do know what these are. So we do get new things. Everyone asks me, at the Hip Hop Museum, do you only take old stuff? No, we take new things that are, done by cool classic artists. And one of the coolest, most classic things that was done recently is a collaboration between Vans and A Tribe Called Quest. A Tribe Called Quest, as everyone knows, will obviously no longer be, touring. Rest in peace, Phife Dawg. And what we have here today on the show, and I think these are the second most sexy pair of Vans that were released. We have the Bonita Apple Bums. And the Bonita Apple Bums, Bonita. 36, 24, 37. Oh, it's 38. 38, 24, 37. If you've ever listened to the song, those lyrics are in the song. Because why? Those are the dimensions of Bonita. Okay? On the back, we have the iconic Tribe Called Quest characters. I always do this because I'm weird like that, but oh, God, I love that smell. Does everyone smell their sneakers? Or am I the only one? Look at the tongue. I love the tongue. Camera's not doing it justice. Thank you, Davey. Davey Fresh is 100 right because he's a Kicks head and he knows that these are what is it? What is this? Crust velvet? This is lovely. This is fabulous. And look at it's kind of like suede. Yeah, it's a little suede. And we got ATQC CQ. I mean, little guys. This is nice. We like this. This is good. I love when the collabs are dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to be honest with you. Sometimes the collabs are not dope. And then sometimes they are dope. And just to let you know, we have The Greatest Day in Hip Hop. I put this magazine on our set only because it's a play off of the jazz picture that was taken by one of the most famous jazz photographers of all time, whose name eludes me. But this was a picture that attempted to get all of the greatest hip-hop artists all together, and they're listed there on 1998, September 29th, 1998, and try to get them all together. I'm sure they missed a few. A few were missed when they did that famous jazz photo. And I wish I could, Aman, if you could, yes, thank you. If you want to Google the Parks, I think last name Parks, photographer, Gordon Parks. I believe Gordon Parks was the photographer for The Greatest Day jazz rendition. This is incredible. That is truly remarkable. And what's beautiful about this is that it's across two stoops, and that on the back of it, where I'm looking, the stoops are empty. And all of the names that are featured are all listed there. And so that's a really incredible piece. Really incredible piece. And maybe what we'll do is we'll have that blown up for the Hip Hop Museum, Have that picture of everyone kind of blown up and put on the wall. I think I have to move this over here because I think it's trying to move. All right, here we go. Up next, coming in from, let's see, Round Lake Beach, Illinois. Round Lake Beach. And do you know why they call it Round Lake Beach? Because the beach is around the lake. What were you thinking? I'm so excited about this. I didn't think this was coming in yet because he said publicly on his Facebook page that he wasn't sending these out yet. So I think he kind of knows about the Hip Hop Museum. Check it out. Am I Black Enough? Schoolie D signed. That is one of the most iconic albums and rappers really of all time, not just because of PSK, but because many agree that Schoolie D was the first gangsta rapper. Ice-T bit his song, and I don't know. It's debatable. There's definitely a debate. Definitely a debate that could be had because you know who else claims that they were the first gangster rapper was Spoonie D. Spoonie D claims to be the first. Spoonie D. I was trying to think of it. I became Rain Man there for like a second. You know what? I'm gonna go right for the Gusto. So this is gonna be one of the biggest unboxings. If this contains what I think this contains, this is going to be one of the biggest unboxings that we've ever done, only because I found a gentleman in Canada who was just as hip-hop nerdy as I was. And if this is from him, hold on. I can just look at it and tell you, can't I? Niagara Falls, New York. This is not from him. But if one of these is from him, we are in store for a treat. No, this is from him. I guess I thought he was Canadian. He's from New York. All right, are you guys ready for this? I feel like... Thank you, cameraman. All right. In no particular order, one of the greatest stashes ever attained by the Hip Hop Museum will now feature DJ Muggs signed Soul Assassins. Okay. How are we going to do this? I don't even have enough room for all of this. All right. Maybe we'll just, I don't know what we'll do. All right. So, AG, you're going a little bit to the left there. Now we got, I guess we'll have to just, this isn't going to work at all. So, all right. Here we go. Ready? There's so many. Ready? Oh, it's too good. I don't even want to tell you. It's too good. Ready? By all means necessary. Spokesman, KRS-One, tagged on the cover. Jesus Christ, you guys. Come on. Let's do it like this, one at a time. There we go. Okay. I'm not done. I'm not even close to being done. Oh my God, I'm schwitzing over here. Jesus. Black Sheep. Drez. Bam. Look at that. Okay. Got two more pieces. Now, I got this because, first of all, I thought that their first album was more rare than their second album, but I thought their second album was better than their first album. And that is, of course, Organized Confusion and Pharaoh Monch. So Fudge Pudge, really considered one of the rarest, vinyl, pressings. And this is that album. Okay. Keep the beats rolling because we got more. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't believe we got this, you guys. This is one of those things that you see online. I'm like trying to hide it. See online and you go, no, he'll never give this up. He'll never donate this to the museum. It's too good. I'm gonna hide it. Ready? The I-N-C, y'all. The I, the N, the C. Now, I'm not done. Yeah, that's dope, right? It's a little dope. Nah. It's not dope enough. You know what I mean? It's not dope enough, man. I got more dopeness for you, man. Don't you know? Yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Master Ace. Translucent vinyl. Now a part of the Hip Hop Museum. This is stuff, you guys, this doesn't exist anywhere in the world. okay? Except the Hip Hop Museum, okay? So make sure you come down. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you come and check out a lot of this history. And if you're a young person who's not familiar with all of this stuff, I say all the more reason. You know what I mean? All the more reason to come down and learn about where hip-hop came from and how it got to where it is right now, right? You wouldn't try to be a professional basketball player and not know who Dr. J is, right? Okay, yes. You know, don't be right all the time. He said, yes, they will. Well, listen, the point is you don't want to do that, right? You want to know who your forefathers were. You want to know who your OGs are. You know? You want to, oh, wow. You want to pay homage. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness gracious. This is coming in. This is coming in from Brooklyn, New York. It is in New York. Geez, Louise. Yeah, unbelievable. This guy, the person threw in a record case for no reason. Thank you. That's appreciated, I guess. But the real reason we got it is because the show, myself, we're all friends with this individual here in the D.C. area. He is a hip-hop staple in the DMV, but he is also the brother of Pete Rock. That's right. I, Fakin' Jax, Grap Lova is my friend. And he will be signing this for the Hip Hop Museum because this was produced by Pete Rock. And this record, I, Fakin' Jax, comes from an album that is considered to be the most bootlegged album in the history of hip hop. That's a fact. Okay. Two last items. This is coming in from Crozet, Virginia. Crozet. I'm sure it's not a French pronunciation. I'm sure it's not Crozet. Crozet. Hey, y'all. Coming in from Crozet. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult all of my fans from Crozet. I love you. Just don't make me touch your closet. Oh, my God. Oh, yes. I'm like thinking to myself, man, it's vinyl, but why is it so heavy? Why is it so heavy? Why is it so incredible? Why is our city so awesome for having a resource like the Kennedy Center? Why are we so lucky to have Q-Tip as the hip-hop director of the Kennedy Center? And why does the Hip Hop Museum now own the vinyl heavyweight edition of Nas live with the National Symphony Orchestra recreating Illmatic? That's right. This is the entire orchestral recording of Nas at the Kennedy Center recording Illmatic, his debut album. I'm going to hold on to that. That's pretty significant. I'm going to put that there. And now it comes to our final item. We are 10 minutes over time, and let me tell you, it has been absolutely worth it. AZ is bucket list for me. The next level with DJ Premier single-handedly, convinced me I need to be a producer because that's one of the greatest beats and songs like just ever in hip-hop. Is it? It's in 8 Mile. Oh, my God. Davey Fresh with Hip Hop Encyclopedia. Davey Fresh. He was raised by these guys. Check his music out. It's also fabulous. Now, this is something special. I know what it is, and I purposely saved it till last. And I purposely saved it till last because my goal is that we will play this on air next week. And everyone's like, what the f-? No, it's not even music. It's not even music. It's a game. That's right. It's a game. In fact, we have a puzzle, right? We have a puzzle from Ghostface. We have Ghostface, Incarcerated Scarface's puzzle, right? We have the chess set of Shaolin, the Jizz's chess set, okay? Yes, that's right. We have a chess set from the Jizza. Liquid Swords. Sorry, my brain's not working, okay? And now we have our first ever hip-hop board game at the museum, and our intention is to actually play this board game on air next week because everyone knows that my alter ego goes by the name Pork Rhymes and that I am the one-line rapper, and I tend to be... Well, I don't appreciate... No, I mean, you know, I have gone platinum multiple times. I'm not sure why the laughter. I mean, I take this rap game very seriously. You've heard of Busta Rhymes. You've heard of Pork Rinds. Those are two fabulous things. Put them fucking together. All right, so what? Come on. Let's be serious for a second, guys. Come on. All right. Now, I'm going to open it once I show you it, but I just got to tell you already, I'm so excited. This is maybe the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. You guys, it's an MC Hammer wraparound. Okay, the game where you rap to win. Now, who better? Okay, so is it hard? Is it difficult? It's difficult. Well, thank God it's difficult because we have one of the greatest rappers of all time that will be testing it out. Pork Rhymes, the one-line rapper, will be here in studio next week. Those two items of delicious snack food and Brooklyn MC, you put Busta Rhymes and Pork Rinds together, and you get the most beautiful, salacious syllables ever. Ready? Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Holy cow. Oh, wow. There's like, oh, okay. Here's the board game. Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Rap. Oh, look at that. It's MC. It even says MC. Look. Woo. Wow, you guys. Incredible. Going in the hip-hop museum. And then the little questions, I guess. Look at this. The little questions come in like a little boombox. Can you see that? They come in like this little boombox. Those are like, so, you know, be cool, be hip, but don't break the law. Straw, paw, claw, draw. Well, yeah, we'll figure this out next week. Okay. And then over here, oh, okay, cool. Comes with, I guess these are the beats, right? I can't wait to hear what these beats sound like, right? And then we got the pieces here. So, all right. And here's the rules. This is going to get played. They're just regular. They're not interesting little rappers. The pieces are not that interesting. All right. So there we go. All right. MC Hammer's wraparound. Wow. What an incredible show we've had here today. Oh, my goodness. Are we lucky? Are we lucky? All of these incredible pieces for the Hip Hop Museum. I want to send a special, special thank you to AG. And I want you to know how proud of you we are and impressed we are of you, that you've been able to navigate the industry and find your zen and your peace out there in Japan. I want to thank my viewers, and I want to thank everyone here at Listen Vision. For myself, Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of Listen Vision. We will catch you next Friday at 5 p.m. for the next edition of District Spotlight, where our guest will be who? Master G, the founding member of the Sugar Hill Gang. That's right, the Sugar Hill Gang's founding member, the M-A-S-N, the T-E-R-G. Master G will be here with us in studio. So stay tuned next Friday at 5. Peace.